need to start off by expressing just how meaningful this moment is for the two of us. Having all the Deniers, Grossmans, Friedlands, tomorrow the Runbacks and Spearers together to welcome with me Andrew's family, and as it's been for quite some time now, the other half of mine. The Goldsteins, Macs, and Wotuses. It fills my heart, and I know it fills Andrew's too, to have you all meet, connect, and get to know one another in celebration of our official commitment to each other. When Andrew woke up in the middle of the night with the idea of having everyone get together at the Connecticut house in honor of our domestic partnership, everything in me said, yes, that's right, but not just in terms of having the event here, small and personal, in my favorite place on earth, and it is. But yes, this is right, because privately, in the corners of my subconscious, I always wanted to have my wedding at the lake house since I'm a kid. Now I didn't know it was going to be to a man at the time, but my heart knew that this house, this lake, and all it represents for me would be an accurate manifestation of the love I shared with whoever that person would be. And it is. Oh my God. All the more because the idea came from Andrew, who obviously on his own felt the same way about this special place. It's kind of like proof that it truly is. So thank you all of you, for the role you've played in making this happen. I might be mistaken, but this might be, and it is, the first time that we've had a catered event with music and the whole deal at the house. And if that truly is the case, which now I believe it is, I have to say it's about time. It's not very often that life throws you a reason to get up in front of everyone that you love and share with them who you are and what's most important to you, so that you get to pass on to them the meaning of a special moment like this. But these moments, to me, mean even more when life finds a harsh way of reminding all of us that we're only here for a short time, and obviously there's a theme here. Specifically with the recent shock of the loss of Bob Horowitz, the close family friend, the Goldbergs, the loss of Uncle Alan, Sue's brother, Miriam's son, and Jerry Fessler, a lifelong friend of Ivy and Lily in Maryland. I'm a mess. And extended family to the Deniers and myself, and Glenn, Jennifer's father. So this weekend is not only a celebration of Andrew and myself, but for me it's a celebration of all of you and all our inextricably interconnected memories that make us who we are. Because though time and space and personal struggles can get in our way, today it's important to me that we celebrate the fact that through it all, we are still family, we still all share big chunks of our identity with one another, and that we're all still here. It can be scary whenever you reach those moments in life when you feel helpless, reminders from God or the universe that we don't really have much control at all. But the good news is, in times like this, we turn inward and our focus is to reconsider what really matters, what's actually real. And so when I ask, who am I, upon the eve of my 30th with my life partner by my side for 4 years and going strong, I don't think of the various things that I have accomplished on paper. Instead, my spirit immediately drifts to all the memories that we share, the building blocks that we have that make me who I am, and all of you too. So who am I? I'm the kid from who Grandma Zsa would put on the table at my mom's famous Thanksgiving turkey dinners, or Ivy and Mark's delicious brisket Passover feasts, and introduce my zippity-doo-dah. Hey, Jamie. Who am I? I'm the kid who, on a warm spring day, on my bike home from Lakeside Elementary, would swing by Ivy and Mark's on my second home, to be treated to a little time in the hot tub on their deck, some whole wheat pancakes, and maybe I'll drive over to Jake's baseball game to watch him hit a no-hitter, or carpooling with Emily to Freeport Tennis for a private lesson with Daniel and Prashad. Or a trip to the playroom in the basement where games of hide and seek and dress up would go on for hours. I remember waking up early with who am I? I'm the kid who had a father who would sit for hours and listen to his son's creative rambles at the fire pit in our backyard and brainstorm with him his short story for his English class that I decided to turn into a mini novel for some unearthly reason. The faint smell of cigars and polo cologne. That's my dad. I remember waking up early with Dad and Mark and often Todd, and when he was old enough, Jake, to get on the lake to go fishing while it was still a sheet of glass. A stop at Ricky's on the way to pick up our worms. I remember Emily always wanting to throw back the small fish. Good instinct. And I think of Jean-Jacques helping me learn how to bluntly kill a fish and strip it of its scales and prepare it for eating. I remember thinking, wow, I have the ballsiest grandma in the world. I want to be like her, and I still feel that way. Who am I? I'm the kid whose mother handed him the family movie camera at the ripe old age of 7 and said, go play, it's yours. I'm the kid whose house would more often than not be filled with loved ones for the summer afternoon picnics with Mindy and Carrie and the kids. Fresh fruit, backyard make-believe, and trips to Jones Beach cabanas together, miles from the ocean, or so it felt at the time. Sandy peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, a pool with metal grating on the bottom, and some cherry Italian ice to boot with the straws, those spoons that give you blisters. And the kid who spent hours with the butterfly net outside Jaja and Chuck's apartment in Palm Air, trying to catch lizards. Danny would join me when we weren't busy playing mermaid and merman in the pool, or dancing up a storm at the Peninsula Room. And with her bare hand, she just snatched the lizard up. Is this what you want? My mouth would hang open with awe at her audacity. Talk about, I do it. At the end of the day, from my slightly objective standpoint, just living so far away, I look out at all of you now, and all of my memories with all of you in the past, and I see love. I see that each and every one of you is an amazing person because you do your best with what you've got. You all pursue life with passion and with your hearts out. And because of all your examples, this shared value system, I get to carry that badge of honor. For me, this has been a turning point this year as well. I too am learning how to let go of fear of the things that are outside of my control and things that aren't. I never felt so creatively free than starting the day I finally felt what it truly meant to think with my heart, not just my head. And this is also how I know, with everything in my being, that Andrew Scott Goldstein sitting before me is the love of my life. I love all of you. Thank you.